What's good, Washington fans? So this is day 6 of training camp. I'm getting this video out to you guys late. Just had a lot of things going on today, but this was the first padded practice, and there were referees at the practice. And then also I'm hearing that the Washington football team, the vaccination rate has gone up to 84%. So you take that information and take it as it is. It's better, for the team. We don't want to forfeit any games because of the virus, and that's all I'm going to say. DeShazer Everett was off of the non-football illness list, so that's good. Matt Ioannidis was at practice today as well, working on the side field. He was on the COVID-19 list. Jonathan Allen with a hamstring was on the sideline. He was with the defensive line, but he was on the sideline as well. And Cornelius Lucas was on the COVID-19 list, and he was working with the offensive line today as well. Kyle Allen was at practice, but he was on the sidelines as well with tweaking his ankle. So those are the guys who are active and got to practice. Jamin Davis was doing individual drills, who has an eye infection. So that's the update on the guys that were out. So let's get into some of the read and react, and we'll go over that and talk a little bit about the quarterback competition and talk about training camp today. So Tim Settle and David Bada, they got first team reps today. Jeremy Reeves got first team reps. This is from Rhiannon Walker. Oh, Sam Cosmi improved today. So that's probably one of the biggest news today. The biggest news today really was Sam Cosmi improving. I think putting the pads on helped him, because having no pads is a competitive advantage for the defensive line. So I think they did help Sam Cosmi out today. He played a lot better today from what I heard. Also, Ryan Fitzpatrick had some solid plays. He did throw an interception. We'll get to that later. But him and Logan Thomas really, really have good chemistry. Him and Terry McLaurin are gaining chemistry. Him and Logan Thomas, you look at the numbers from Mike Gesicki with the Dolphins. Ryan Fitzpatrick and him connected very well, and I think him and Logan Thomas are going to have a great chemistry and great connection. Logan Thomas is a really good tight end. As you know, he got paid, he got his money, he got his bread, and he's a great target. He's got good hands. He's a big guy. He's athletic. He's just been a surprise. He was the surprise free agent signing for me. I did not think Logan Thomas was going to be this good. He's only going to get even better. So especially with Ryan Fitzpatrick, guys, that's going to give him more chances, throw the ball downfield, and just, give him some more chances to get the football. So Sam Cosmi had 2 nice reps from Rhiannon Walker on one-on-one drills, working against Chase Young so far. Second rep, Young tried to bull rush, and Sam Cosmi was able to hold his position and eventually get him to the turf. So Sam Cosmi being strong, man. He's stepping up. I like it. Being strong, manhandling Chase Young. I like it. Iron sharpens iron. I like it a lot. Sammy Reyes injured himself during a one-on-one drill. He's trying to walk it off. This was from Stephen Wino. Interesting last name, but Stephen Wino is Whyno, out in Ashburn at Washington training camp, and Titus Sammy Reyes injured himself during a one-on-one drill. So I think he's fine though. But we'll hear more about that from Ron Rivera. Rhiannon Walker says, "Don't think I can understate how good of a camp Landon Collins is having." Antonio Gibson looked like he had a nice hole to run through on the left side, but Landon Collins met him just as he was about to spring it. So Landon Collins stopping the run. That's what he's known best for, being in the box. He's making good coverage plays in previous practices, and now he's making plays in the box. So Landon Collins has been all over the place. This is from Zach Selby. Says, red zone drills coming up. Charles Leno has been putting together some solid reps against Montez Sweat, locked down the left side on both passes with the one. So that's the guy we signed from the Bears, the left tackle. So we definitely need him to step up. I'm expecting him to play pretty well. He's a solid veteran. He did make the Pro Bowl in 2018. I know that was 2 or 3 years ago, but he still should be a solid addition at the left tackle position. Zach Selby says, a couple of nice reps from Sadiq Charles and Wes Martin on one-on-one pass rush. Charles ended the rep with his man on the ground, and Martin had some quick feet to stonewall the defender. So Sadiq Charles, he's been kind of up and down in camp. So it's good to hear good reps from him, especially since he didn't play much last year. He essentially is not technically a rookie, but he basically, with the games that he played, he's a rookie. Zach Selby says J.D. McKissick had Cole Holcomb beat from the start on that play, made a couple of quick steps on his route to get open, and went down for a 5-yard game. J.D. McKissick, you already know what he does, 80 catches last year. Zach Selby says, yet another great play by Troy Apke. Looked like Wright was going to make a catch in the front corner of the end zone, but Troy Apke came in and knocked the ball away. Feels like Apke has quietly been putting together a real solid camp. Now, Troy Apke was the MVP of training camp last year, so we know how he does trap key. We know how he does in training camp, but he just has to show it in games. When the lights come on, that's what he's got to do. If he is on the roster by preseason, I'm interested to see how he does in preseason. Now, he was really darn good. He was the MVP of preseason, but, when the lights come on, we got to see what you do. Rhiannon Walker says Logan Thomas sneaks across the formation to the left, and the play moved right. Offense caught the defense on a linebacker blitz. Ryan Fitzpatrick tosses an easy touchdown to a wide open Logan Thomas, who lets Wes Schweitzer spike it afterwards. So Logan Thomas and Ryan Fitzpatrick, they got the connection. You know, Logan Thomas has been wide open a couple times. They're running some plays for Logan Thomas. They got a good connection. They know where each other's going to be. They communicate well, and you know that's what I love to see from our quarterback and the tight end. Next play, John Bostic blows up a pitch to J.D. McKissic, gets to the running back just as after he caught it. Montez Sweat and the others rallied to clean it up in the backfield. So that's the first time I've really heard anything from John Bostic making good plays. You know, the more the merrier with the linebackers. Who knows if he's going to be here on the roster? I think he definitely makes the roster. So that's the first time I've really heard anything from John Bostic. Rhiannon Walker says Ryan Fitzpatrick and Logan Thomas are having a good day. Thomas comes running across the formation to the right. Fitzpatrick throws a dart to Thomas for the touchdown. Next play, Lamar Miller takes a handoff, and the offense gives him enough space to run it through the heart of the defense for a tough touchdown. After the play, Chase Young tells Khalid Hudson, hit the effing hole. Other defenders chime in and reinforce they can't let the offense in. So bad play by Khalid Hudson. He's got to hit the hole like Chase Young said. Lamar Miller can't sleep on him. I mean, he played for the Texans. He had a couple of 1,000-yard seasons in his career, but he had some bad knee injuries. And he's a good running back. I mean, he's a veteran running back. Right now, he's not the same guy that he was a couple of years ago, but I just wouldn't sleep on him. I think he's a good player. That's another guy I want to see in preseason as well. I think he was a good signing last year when we needed running back depth. Rhiannon Walker says Landon Collins coming on a blitz, works through Antonio Gibson and pass pro to sack Ryan Fitzpatrick. Another play by Landon Collins. Next play, Kendall Fuller comes on a cornerback blitz. He and Tim Siddle get to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Montez Sweat, waiting for the tip ball, said I was going to intercept that. So Montez Sweat has been talking a lot of trash. He's been backing it up, too. I love to see the energy from Montez Sweat. Love to see the energy from Landon Collins. And a nice sighting from Kendall Fuller. So they've been sending a lot of cornerback safety blitz. I got to look up how many times we really did that last year. But if they're going to do that, that's pretty cool. Just switching it up with Jack Del Rio, sending some more cornerback blitzes and some safety blitzes. I do remember Cameron Crowe going on some safety blitzes when he sacked Daniel Jones, Danny Fumbles, who the Giants had a big fight today. I almost forgot about that. That was pretty funny. Daniel Jones was at the bottom of the pile. And I just imagine, you know, when the Knicks and the Miami Heat fought back in like 1996 and Jeff Van Gundy was like holding somebody's leg and he was at the bottom of the pile. That's what I remember, you know. And now, you know, Joe Judge is yelling at the guys, making guys run laps with the Giants. We cannot lose to the Giants. We got to sweep them. We got to take care of them on Thursday Night Football. So I'm just hilariously laughing at Danny Fumbles at the bottom of the pile. That is hilarious. Rhiannon Walker says offense figuring out how to handle the defense's blitzes. Ryan Fitzpatrick throws a dime to J.D. McKissic on a wheel route. Chase Young got burned on that one, and Terry McLaurin let him know immediately. Chase, you're fast. Just not fast enough. So Terry McLaurin joking around with Chase Young. Next play, fumble on the play. Daniel Wise popped the ball away from Antonio Gibson, which was then recovered by Cole Luke. Zach Selby says Dax Milne made a grab from Heineke while working against Troy Apke. Perfect pitch and catch. So Dax Milne scored on Troy Apke there. So don't sleep on Dax Milne either. He's a possible guy to make the roster at the wide receiver spot. A few plays later, Khalid Hudson has inside position on Tamarick Hemingway, who Taylor Heineke was trying to hit. Hudson dropped a potential interception. So Khalid Hudson in the right place at the right time, but you got to bring the ball in. You got to make the interception. You got to make the plays. We've had a lot of guys drop interceptions. You don't like nice things, just like Chris Harris said. Khalid Hudson's got to bring that down. Zach Selby says Jamin Davis' sideline. The sideline ability is as advertised. Fitzpatrick had a dump-off pass to McKissic, and Jamin Davis closed in with some insane quickness. So it looks like Jamin Davis is playing. He's back from the eye infection, so that's good news to hear. And he shows off that 4.4 speed, or that 4.37 speed that he showed off at the combine. Next play, this is from Rhiannon Walker. Ryan Fitzpatrick with a good touch on a ball floated. He floated right over Jamin Davis' head to Tamarick Hemingway, working on an out route to the right sideline for a nice game. Tamarick Hemingway is a guy who's been playing well. He got in a fight a couple days ago with chasing a Montez Sweat. This guy's been playing hard. He's been blocking hard, catching the ball. He's just been a tough tight end out there. And, you know, it is a tough tight end battle between him, Ricky Seals-Jones, and Sammy Reyes. You know, who's going to make the roster? John Bates. I think John Bates is going to make the roster, of course. But who's going to be that third tight end? You know, who is it going to be? Could be Tamarick Hemingway. Matt Parrish says, quietly, maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick's best day so far in the camp. He's throwing some gems. So from Ryan, he's playing well right now. He is the front runner in the quarterback competition so far. I am still rooting for Taylor Heineke, but, you know, got to be realistic here. So we'll see. Most likely it's going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick as the starter. We'll see if he can finish the season as the starter. Rhiannon Walker says, woo, Peyton Barber with a huge chip on Casey Toohill. Got right under him and put him on his backside. So good block by Peyton Barber. Rhiannon Walker says, not sure what happened, but Chase Young had a completely free run at Ryan Fitzpatrick for the sack during the 2-minute drill. Chase Young doing Chase Young things. Zach Selby says Fitzpatrick directing 2-minute drills, giving a little extra attention to McKissick, who had back-to-back catches. McKissick, you already know what he does. He's a great third down running back and just catches up. He's like another wide receiver out there. Randall Walker says on the next play, Ryan Fitzpatrick throws the ball to no man's land in Cam Sims' direction, and Cameron Curl gets under it for the interception. So that is the Fitz tragic part right there. We just saw Fitz magic with the beautiful pass to Cam Sims, and now we see the tragic part with the interception to Cameron Curl. So it's growing pains. He's still technically learning the offense, getting used to the guys and whatnot, getting the chemistry together. So it's just a play he has to be better on with that. But Cameron Curl's a heck of a defensive player, so shout out to Cameron Curl for the interception. Zach Selby says Taylor Heineke ends his 2-minute drill with 2 runs by Gibson to score. Had a couple of downfield throws to De'Ami Brown. Shout out to my guy De'Ami Brown getting it done. I like to hear that. A little situational lesson from Rhiannon Walker for Antonio Gibson says he catches a quick pass out of the backfield. Instead of going out of bounds, tries muscling it into the end zone. The clock runs, and Scott Turner tells him in that situation with one timeout, go out of bounds and save the clock. Randall Walker says Ryan Fitzpatrick found a wide open Cam Sims on the left sideline to push the ball upfield during 2-minute warning. Next play, threw a pass too high. He threw the pass too high for a wide open Terry McLaurin in the end zone, so he missed Terry McLaurin in the end zone. And then Ben Stanek said the kick returners today were Steven Sims, DeAndre Carter, Danny Johnson, and Dax Milne were also returning kicks as well. Randall Walker says Montez Sweat working against Charles Leno gets to the edge and wraps around to sack Ryan Fitzpatrick. Offense uses final timeout of the drill. So once again, Montez Sweat getting back there. And then Randall Walker says, wow, Ryan Fitzpatrick looking, climbs the pocket and directs Logan Thomas to the left side of the end zone. Throws up a jump ball, and Logan Thomas goes up top and mosses William Jackson III for the score. Terry McLaurin comes over yelling, jump on him. So the team was lit. They was hype. I remember the play Logan Thomas did the same thing against the Eagles on that last game of the year where he mossed a couple guys. So that's what Logan Thomas can do. But once again, you see Ryan Fitzpatrick telling Logan Thomas where to go in that part of the end zone. And Ryan Fitzpatrick trusts Logan Thomas to throws the football up. He knows Logan Thomas is going to go get it. Montez Sweat gives it up to the offense. It's from Rhiannon Walker, dapping them up for good play. Chase Young argues his case. He touched Ryan Fitzpatrick for the sack. The competitiveness has been at an all-time high this morning. So that's great to see. We got the pads on. The guys are fired up. Rhiannon Walker, we got a Steven Montez sighting here. Gets his opportunity in the 2-minute drill. Has a couple nice throws to Ricky Seals-Jones, especially one he laid out for on the left sideline. And then he also finds Tony Brown, the wide receiver, for a big gain. And DeAndre Carter takes a big hit but catches it to get the offense in the red zone. Also, Jared Patterson nearly runs the ball in from the outside from the 5-yard line. Jukes one tackler and meets Daniel Wise and is called down. Patterson looked to score on a pass that just got past Justin Phillips. On the final play, he gets snapped off before the clock hits 0, but throws an interception to Danny Johnson. So Steven Montez had a good drive there, but he just couldn't finish it through an interception on the last play of the game. The last play of the 2-minute drill, and that's how it ended. This is from Nikki Javala. Just an injury status update says James Smith-Williams has a lower leg injury, and John Allen has a hamstring injury as well. They're just day-to-day, and Sammy's Reyes tweaked his knee. So hopefully those guys can be back sooner than later. Ron Rivera also gave Sam Cosmi some high praise, said that he's coming along very nicely. He's holding his own against Chase Young and Montez Sweat. So that's about it for today. Sam Cosmi improves. Logan Thomas and Ryan Fitzpatrick have good chemistry. And we got some guys coming back from the COVID list. More guys are getting vaxxed. So hopefully we don't have to worry about guys being not able to play. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, preseason game is August 12th. I can't wait to today's the 3rd, so 9 days away. I can't wait. All right, you guys. Hell to the football team. Peace.